notion of a border, hard and soft. Stick it where the sun doesn't shine, because you're not putting it in Ireland.
The number system in Irish is fairly complex. First of all, there are three types of cardinal numbers, numbers used to count. Disjunctive numbers. These are numbers that are used in calculations, phone numbers, telling the time, and other contexts when they're not counting a noun that follows. A particle, A, normally comes before them, with an H prefix before initial vowels. Non-human conjunctive numbers. These are numbers used to count non-human nouns. Most of these are the same as the disjunctive numbers without the preceding A or AH. But note that the numbers 1, 2, and 4 are different. Note that numbers 2 to 6 cause the noun to undergo lenition in the initial consonant. And for the number 1, it's optional if this word in is also here. And numbers 7 to 10 cause the noun to undergo eclipsis. Human conjunctive numbers. As you can probably guess, these are numbers used to count human nouns. These ones are significantly different in form from the others, notably in these suffixes on many of the numbers. Let's take the number 8 as an example. If you're simply counting on your fingers, it's If you're counting horses, it's If you're counting children, it's If you're counting books, it's If you are counting sisters, it's That sentence means I have 8 sisters. Counting to 2. 2 dogs. 2 children. And there are also ordinal numbers, numbers we use to indicate order, like first, second, etc. Most of these are related to the cardinal numbers, but have different suffixes or other differences in form. But this one is completely different. Verbs. There are 2 categories of regular verbs in Irish, first conjugation and second conjugation, as well as irregular verbs. Irish conjugations involve a combination of suffixes and personal pronouns. In the present tense conjugations we see here, the first person singular and first person plural have synthetic endings, endings that tell us person and number, so a subject pronoun isn't necessary. The other forms have an analytic ending, one that tells us nothing about person and number, so the verb needs to be followed by a pronoun. First conjugation verbs and second conjugation verbs simply take somewhat different endings. In the first conjugation, the endings are for the first person singular, for the first person plural, and for the others. That's when the verb base contains a broad vowel before the final consonant. If a slender vowel appears there, then the endings are In the second conjugation, the endings are with a broad stem and with a slender stem. That's just in the present tense. There are a variety of different tenses, including the imperfect, in other words, the habitual past, the preterite, in other words, the simple past, the future, and the conditional, which all use a combination of synthetic endings and analytic endings with pronouns.